Hello. Thank you for taking a few moments to review the presentation today on the Vibrant Uptown project. Today you'll be hearing directly from myself. I'm Eric Milliron. I'm the Commercial Districts Manager. We have Laura Pace Lilley on the presentation. She is our Public Information Officer. And then last but not least at all, Ian McMeans, our Assistant Manager and Planner for the project. Not joining us on this presentation would be Jim Narrett. Jim Narrett is the project manager for Gateway Engineers, and Tim Curran, who is with Plavchek Construction. He will be the boots on the ground superintendent during this project. Next slide, please. So today we've just taken care of introduction, so mark that box. We're going to be discussing the phasing plan of the project and the communication plan for the project. If you have any questions or any questions, I should say, we will answer those questions via the email that'll be provided at the end of this presentation. So what we're talking about today is the first phase of the Vibrant Uptown project. This is a major overhaul of the Uptown corridor from on the north end, Rollers, to the south end, the South Lot, and roughly Washington Elementary School. We're going to be replacing completely the sidewalks and replacing those with the broom finish treatment, as well as some exposed aggregate in special nodes. There will be a complete planter replacement. The current planters are obsolete and are not irrigated, so we will be replacing those during this project. All of the street lights, also obsolete, will be replaced with new dark sky lighting. So we're excited about that. Equally important, if not more important, is significant ADA improvements up and down the corridor, which everyone can take advantage of. So better curb cuts, enhanced or increased sidewalk space, so easier for mobility. Intersection enhancements, I just touched on that briefly, related to the ramps, and then signal pole upgrades. Next slide, please. So this gives a quick visual. This is what we like to call Clock Tower Plaza. I like this picture because it gives everyone a nice view of the exposed aggregate in these special areas. You can see some of the paver banding just here at the bottom left-hand screen where the cursor is floating. That will be an accent strip for the conduit the entire length of this project. A little further past the clock there, you can see where it goes then into banding of broom finished concrete. The new planters have salt guards, as well as in the next picture, you'll see it better, placemaking and accent lighting to give a really nice ambiance to the Uptown District in the evening, as you can see here, as everyone is enjoying an evening uptown, strolling with their dogs and significant others. So the next thing we wanted to talk about in the meat of the project here for business and property owners that may be watching this, and residents, of course, is the phasing plan. And our assistant manager and planner, Ian McMeans, is going to speak to that.
Thank you, Mr. Milliron. So as we mentioned before, the project is going to be broken up over multiple phases just because of the amount of space that we have to cover within the district, starting on the north end at the Shady Drive intersection up by Rollers and the public safety building, going all the way down to the south parking lot and near the elementary school. So the first phase of the project is actually going to start down by the entrance to the south parking garage and work its way covering the southern end of the project. We're doing it this way so that we can be sure this section of street is done and completed by the time that school starts. So that will be kicking off here in early July. From there, we'll continue up the east side of the street up to Alfred Street, and then hopping back over to cover the space in front of the municipal building, once again making sure that we have the area nearest to the school done as soon as possible, and then continuing to work our way up the rest of the street. And the phasing plan will be done in segments as well. so that, over time, there's the demolition of existing materials. We're replacing all the underground conduit, which is essential to the new street lights and everything else happening within the district. And then the pouring of the new concrete sidewalks on top of those. There will be some utility repairs also that go hand in hand with those. The installation of the new planters and other precast concrete items like the steps outside the municipal building are getting replaced, and some other ADA accessibility items. And then finally, the installation of the new streetlights. So looking back at the phasing plan, just because of the amount of space and time and lead time that certain things require, the demolition of the sidewalks and the pouring of the new concrete in phase 1 may be completed, and the contractor may be into the phase 2 area with the demolition and pouring before the lights for phase 1 come in. But we will have temporary lighting set up throughout the district. Everything will be signed as far as pedestrian access and where pedestrians will be able to go. And most importantly, our businesses will be able to remain open during construction. And the municipality is launching a public information campaign to let both our businesses and those that frequent the business district know that we are still, in fact, open for business during construction. So I'm going to hand it over to our Public Information Officer, Laura Pace Lilley, who will talk about that communications plan.
Thank you, Mr. McMeans. So for people who are located in the business district, what ways will you have to find out what is going on and what is the latest information? I've kind of organized these into 2 groups: push information, that's information that we are going to push out to you, and pull information, information you could get on demand when you need it. So among the items for the push communications are a Vibrant Uptown email newsletter that we are sending periodically. Now, why isn't it every week or every other week? We don't want to clog your inbox if we don't have news to tell you, and we might have news to tell you that would be more often than that. So we promise to send you information that is important for you to have, but not to pester you when you don't need to be bothered otherwise. Lebo Alerts, that is our on-demand text and email system that you can sign up for at mountlebanon.org. And we will put any information out of a general nature that requires a call to action. So if a certain number of parking spaces are not going to be able to be used, if there are going to be any types of interruption in any service or any other critical information, that will come out through a Lebo Alert. Social media, we have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. We will be posting pictures along with the work and updates also of an time-sensitive nature. And 710 email newsletter, that does come out every other week. That is an official municipal communication, so there is other news in that as well. And you can sign up for that at lebomag.com. And then for the pull information, this is information that you can get whenever you need to. The most important thing I need to share with you is mountlebanon.org/Vibrant Uptown. That is a complete website with all sorts of graphics and schedules and updates. You can watch the presentations and find out exactly how this project came about and get any type of information 24 hours a day. Mount Lebanon Magazine, we have had some historical information about the project there, and we will continue to cover it. It is not the best vehicle for up-to-date critical information, as you might suspect because of our print deadlines, but again, it's still something that we urge you to look at from time to time. Updates during commission meetings, both our municipal manager and the vice president of our commission will have updates at every commission meeting if there's anything that you need to know. And again, if you would like to read some of the background about the project, it is online at lebomag.com. Those are some back issues of Mount Lebanon Magazine stories that will fill you in on how we got to this point. So that's information for you, but what information is out there for the general public? Maybe you don't have a business here, but maybe you shop or dine in the district, or you go to a physician. There are poster flyers and table tents throughout the business district to remind people, again, of our #1 piece of information that we are open during this project. Again, we will follow it with periodic Mount Lebanon Magazine articles and social media posts directed at the general public. 710 email newsletter will link to specific information and Lebo alerts for the general public. And then we want you to know that if you have customer bases that you would like to reach, that you can get peripheral materials, logos, and other information available for your push newsletters and for your website. So those are available if you just drop a note to vibrantuptown@mountlebanon.org, and Eric will make sure that you get those. And also from time to time, there may be parking interruptions along Washington Road. So for that reason, we are encouraging people to use the garages, the 2 garages, as much as possible. But again, because that tends to concern people with regard to rates, there are validation stickers available for you to give to your clients and customers. So also that Mount Lebanon, the Vibrant Uptown at mountlebanon.org email address is where you should go to request those. And again, Eric will make sure that you have those. And that's all I have.
Great, thank you both. This is a very exciting project. It's been 30 years since Uptown has had a refresh like this. So we are looking forward to the completion of this project, and we're looking forward to working with you all on the journey as we all go through something that we know is going to be very transformative and positive improvements for a generation and generations hopefully to come. So again, if you have any additional questions, the contact information has been discussed. I believe there's another slide that may have the contact information that we can put up for you that has the Vibrant Uptown website, as well as an email address that you can use to reach out to us with any questions you may have or concerns, whether it's about validations or clarification on phasing. Tim Curran from Plavcheck Construction will be your first go-to on those particular questions. And each one of you, especially if you have a first floor business, will have the opportunity to meet Tim. Tim and I will be going around the district as phases progress to come in and have a one-on-one conversation with you. So we'll all get to know Tim very well over the next number of months. Otherwise, take advantage of that email. So thank you very much for taking a few moments out of your day to learn about an important project and one we're pleased to be a part of. So thank you very much.